What's the worst trend going on in your country? The dumb people are getting louder. I'm Russian, so it's obviously the ice cream prices. It's too expensive to exist. Cost of living, no affordable housing. Philippines, first world foreigners coming here to buy property because it's cheaper and they can make money by being landlords, which means housing is now too expensive for the locals. What's worse is that we get treated as second-class citizens by those foreigners. Edit. To clarify, these foreigners are usually part of the 1%. This is a common trend in both the global South and the American South, and the Midwest too, as some commenters have said. The problem are the 1%, not immigrants, not foreigners just hoping to get by / escaping a bad situation from their country. Kids with absolutely no situational awareness on increasingly heavy electric bikes. Pretty Dutch specific, I'd assume. I'm from Russia and I think everyone in the world knows what's wrong is going on in my country, so I don't have to make any other comments or explanations. Political decisions and high inflation. Worshipping rich families, celebrity status for the wealthy. Inflation. The phone I wanted 2 months ago is up $70 and groceries are up 200% from a year ago. There's an upcoming election that's annoying the hell out of everybody. Wages being essentially the same for the last 10 to 15 years, while since then the cost of living has doubled. Inflation is nuts. The median house price has also nearly doubled. Concentration of wealth in the 0.1% while the middle class disappears. Corporations are making record profits while their workers have lost all hope of ever owning their own home or having money to retire on, and small businesses are crushed. Homelessness is on the rise and all our infrastructure is overloaded while the flagging middle class is expected to pay the taxes and make the sacrifices to fix it. Meanwhile, those rich corporations are eliminating our jobs, either by outsourcing to other countries or replacing us with automation and AI. Before long we will all be mere peasants and serfs, laboring for our corporate overlords, owning nothing outright and barely able to afford our subscription services and rent. Mullets. Just kidding. That's the second worst. The worst is the big supermarket chains price gouging while parents are skipping meals so their kids can eat. People are begging strangers for their dinner leftovers on Facebook community groups, and kids are missing out on fruit because it's too expensive. Broccoli haircuts. The hardening of people's mentality. More and more people start to think in the lines of I have mine, and I protect mine, and that is all I care about, instead of how can I make it better for the neighborhood without making it worse for anyone else. Then again, this has been ongoing for decades. Northern Europe. TikTok brain rot for the youngins and political and conspiracy theory brain rot for the older folks. Lip fillers and injectables. Veneers on people who previously had healthy natural teeth. There are many TikTokers who are famous for trolling anyone they can. Steady economic decline and a widening divide between social classes. We also done FD up recently with a particularly dumb political decision which keeps us all trapped here. 3 guesses who? The selfishness and glorification of the forget about everything else and focus on your career rampant in the Portuguese youth. Influencers, especially the ones on TikTok. I'm from Vietnam. People here love having fair skin. Whenever they go outside, they cover from head to toe, make sure there is no skin exposed to the sun. Normally, one set includes 1 pair of gloves, 1 pair of socks, if you are wearing sandals, protected sun skirt, 1 coat with hood is used to cover your head, sunglasses, 2 face mask. Come to Vietnam and enjoy our protected sun fashion. Growing distrust of any reputable news sources and people believing crap from social media instead. There's so many young people here, yet 50% of them are unemployed. Honestly, I don't think it only happened in my country. Denmark. The welfare system that we've kept on for decades is getting slashed left and right. Savings and budget cuts are eroding public infrastructure and transportation. All to get the rich richer as the supposed centralist government keep benefiting the rich, whom already made absolute bank over the pandemic, as Denmark's primary export is medicine and vaccines, while everyone else struggles under inflation and stagnated wages. Corporate interference in government. Roadman culture has become popular-ish in Finland. To all of you fucks breaking shit and stabbing people, you're not cool, you're not tough, you look like a outcast wanker, can you assholes piss off already? The fact that we have consistently voted in a government who have driven the country into the ground for 13 years. This is the same country that shot itself in the foot in 2016 and is now acting surprised about the very real consequences that we were warned about, but people dismissed as Project Fear. Facebook Reels. Not warning tourists about drop bears. Over 20,000 foreign tourists are killed every year in Australia by drop bears, and Aussies think it's funny to not warn the tourists about the danger. So it's become trendy to not warn them. Even the government is in on this. Look up any official Australian tourist website and there is not a single word about the drop bears. They would much rather watch the tourists die. I think it's a trend that is a tiny bit worrying. Mass layoffs. Stupidity. Gen Z in my country have discovered Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park. Whilst we always had friendly banter, they've formed gangs. The violence is increasing. People are one step closer to the edge and on the verge of breaking stuff. Talking on your phone via speakers or playing music without headphones in public transit. Not using turn signal, I guess they assume everyone knows where they're going. Parking car wherever there's a free spot, doesn't matter if it's a pedestrian crossing or not, free parking space. Those are the main ones, except all the political strikes going on and government giving fuck all about them. But those highlight how little people care anymore. Sad face. General disregard for the value of other people's lives. Religious extremism. Housing prices guaranteeing the younger generation will be sleeping on the streets in their final years, yet everyone is concerned about Israel and Palestine and which bathroom people pee in. It's insane. Extremely high immigration targets, plus legal backdoors paths combined with zero improvements to infrastructure, no extra schools, hospitals, roads etc. Good job government, you fucked everyone who lives here and the people who think they are coming here for a better life. People eat up propaganda for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.